Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
TFG Football is an IVM production, and you can also check out their other awesome shows like Drinks and Destination, a handy guide to the world of wine, spirits and more, along with a dip into travels around the world.
You're listening to TFG Football.
Hello and welcome everyone. Yes, I'm back in the studio and I'm back on the show, and we have it's
house full.
Yes, I don't have to say somebody joining us via phone or Skype because Shiranjit is here, and so is Kevin as always. What's up, boys? How are you? Feels good to be all back together in the studio.
What is wrong with Mumbai weather?
I don't know, man. Let's just not get there. Let's just not get there. It's annoying. It's super annoying. Okay, like I hate rains. Okay, now moving on. We're not talking about the weather because you're not the people who talk about it. We are here to talk about Indian football. Now, before we start about talking about various things that happen in Indian football, I just want to mention that the whole draft thing has come out. Whoever 199 players go through the draft, and Eugenson Lindo is also part of the draft system. And we were talking about the retained Indian players by the respective ISL teams. We had mentioned that he's been signed by FC Pune City, but we apologize. We take it back, and now he learned that he is part of the draft, and let's see where he goes now. And
he's going to Tata. Like Jamshedpur
FC.
Yeah. I've been telling him just learn to like Jamshedpur. So he's somebody who's used to Shillong and Pune and Bengaluru. Now he's gonna go to Jamshedpur and see where it's at.
You never know. They're the first one to pick, right? So you never know. That's about it. I mean, tomorrow we'll talk about definitely the whole show will be on the big draft that's coming up on Sunday. But today we'll touch upon another few things. Now, yesterday India under-23 took on Syria under-23. A great first half, amazing fight put up there. I mean, the under-23 team of Syria didn't look like under-23. They look like the big. I mean, they're so huge and physically so strong, and they were pushing up. All of that, we could see that. I mean, the Indian boys gave into that. But second half, like it kind of towards the end, we just faltered in between, and they got some chances.
See, again, the physicality won, and I'm not talking about the bigger size, because Indian players did not let up. Like even in second half, I could see Lal Ruattara
they didn't. Yeah,
they didn't care. Like
they were at par.
Yeah, double-legged tackles they were doing with players who were like probably 10-15 kilograms heavier than them, and the heart was amazing the way they fought till the end. But it was just that the fact that Syrian players had more stamina, they could go on longer. They actually could have scored a couple earlier.
Yeah, in the first
hit the post. Then Daniel hit the post. That could have been. Whoa.
I mean, we came twice close, okay, and we had back-to-back shots taken at the goalkeeper, and one just went wide, the other hit the pole. I was like, damn, are you kidding me? Just go in, man.
That could have changed the game. Had that gone in.
It could have.
The second half would have been completely different had that happened. Seriously.
I mean, but kudos to the boys, right? Yeah. Because first half was so promising, was so good. Second half, see, towards the end, things to turn up. What Syria did was they took their chances and they went ahead. But Vishal Keth, there could have been really more goals, right? But that guy was outstanding.
He's outstanding. We watched him in the Singapore game as well. He made some couple of off-the-line saves. Yeah. And also one of the things that he's excelled on is he's leaving his line, he's coming forward. That we've not seen him do in the I-League.
And he's confident about it.
He would come out of the line and he used to miss his punches. But now he's getting better.
Okay, first goal happened because he came out of the line.
Don't blame the keeper's wrong position for that goal. You cannot have a mistake put on the goalkeeper, because again, why was he there? Why was there no marking? Yes, he was caught off position, but that one mistake in the defense leads to a goal. But what happens if a mistake happens in the forward line?
Yeah, obviously.
That's always a considerable. You see the result of a defensive mistake, but you don't see a result of an offensive mistake.
That was a great shot by Syria. Okay, he got a huge
bizarre way to go in.
Yeah,
because the defender tried to clear it. Then it hit the wrong, like it hit his thigh. Then it hit his ass and went in. Like unfortunate way to concede, because India were putting on such a great fight. And
Yeah, I mean that's also like an unfortunate thing. But the second goal, Syria's, it was a great one. I mean, you couldn't really do something about it.
You could make out there were things told to the Indian players.
Yeah.
Don't just step off. German Preet, he was at it. He didn't care whether I would get a yellow or a second yellow. He was just there. I would not let the ball or the man go past me. He
Absolutely.
came in with those hard tackles. You see, this team has been motivated. They are there to fight. They will not let go of any team easily. It's a good fight, really. 2-0 is really not bad. We were 0-0 at halftime. Don't forget that.
Yeah, absolutely. And next we take on Qatar.
Yeah,
right?
That's going to be the toughest game.
Friday. Yeah, but nevertheless, I mean, we showed good power against Syria. I mean, Syria is not our team that, Syria is a big team. Like, they have, like, we saw the muscle power and the other side
and
of
some
it.
of them, again, the foreign born thing comes in. Some of them are brought up in Europe and
exactly.
US.
The flavor.
Some of the players. And we have entirely a homegrown squad.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I mean, Stephen Constantine is really doing a good job with these boys, and also that some of them have tasted high level, like national level football, because some have played in I-League, some have played in ISL. But this is great. I mean, yes, I enjoyed the match. Though we won the losing side, it was an amazing match. So I'm looking forward to the match against Qatar. Moving on to some signings of ISL. Now, Chennai FC, a lot of Spanish flavor in ISL this time. Like, what's happening?
Discount chalu hai kya?
Like, Spain ka market itna kam niche aa gaya hai ki aaja ISL aaja.
Es Liga Pseudo Español.
I mean, it's crazy. So now the other team that have joined the bandwagon of signing up Spanish players is Chennai FC, of course. Inigo Calderon, he has come in from a playing in Cyprus, and is also a youth academy of Always. Now, I mean, we are having a lot of European flavor to this season. I mean, we always did that. But what do you see? What do you see upcoming? Like, foreign players are going for Australian, Spanish, not much of Englishmen or,
Come on, what are you going to do with Englishmen?
There is still time, this is one of the earlier pickings that comes in easy. After the draft is set up, I think that will give them a clear idea of what department is lacking, and then we'll see the actual signings being happening.
Yeah, the 35-year-old, I think they've gone for a lot of experience and all about that 27,
average age.
Yeah.
I think ISL may be, like, now that it's recognized by AFC, I'll call it a league, but it may be the oldest league in terms of foreign players.
Yeah.
And even Indian players probably.
Yeah,
I mean the average age in ISL is probably the highest in the world. I mean, I don't have any data, but show me some other league which has older average age players.
Absolutely. I mean, let's see how this season pans out. I mean, a lot of stuff is happening.
Talking about age, I just remember Sandeep Nandi.
Yeah.
He's 42.
Yes,
He's 42.
No, you see players age, and then you see Sandeep Nandi. So you don't include that guy anywhere.
He's like the marquee player. He's not in the budget.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just there. I mean, if people who like to talk about he's old, go back to see Kerala Blast.
Remember like FPI versus Mizoram 11. FPI did not lose 5-0 because of Sandeep Nandi.
Yeah, so exactly. So that guy still got it. Now moving on to another ISL team, Northeast United FC. Now, since ISL teams have been taking things seriously at the grassroots level, so everybody's trying to set up an academy and everything. So does Northeast United. Now they've based it's based out of Shillong, a residential youth academy.
Aren't you supposed to be based out of Guwahati? क्या हो गया?
क्या बात है?
Guwahati में क्या है? Like
they realized it.
Yeah.
Late आया लेकिन. Finally took the right decision probably.
I mean, seriously, but Guwahati Sai is a good academy, but I can't remember the last big player that came out of it. While Shillong Lajong Academy has been producing so many good players who are there in under 23 players now, under 23, under 19 as well, some under 17 as well. Yeah, and so market में थोड़ा सा धावा बोलना है. I think the reason they chose Shillong is because they can make the academy play in Shillong Premier League.
Also, they are tied with Shillong United team, no? So
Shillong United is former Royal Wine, though. Yeah, I mean, I actually wanted to talk about this at some point in the show. I mean, last time I was in Aizawl, I think somebody said, "Hey, did you hear Royal Wine is changing the name?" I'm like, are they crazy? But apparently the owners, before it was Wangdo Sports Club, right? But then I think it was brought by an alcohol company, and it was like so it got a co-sponsor named Royal Wangdo. But now they're thinking ki the Wangdo is just a small area in Shillong, and they need a broader appeal. So they've got to call it Shillong United. Like
it's okay. It happens. Probably the same product, just with a different name. So I think it's going to be working the same as
just
same.
like ATK.
And now you're comparing. No, Kevin. Don't do that.
But look at the trend. Royal Wangdo used to be a really good I-League club. They had their best season before this ISL bullshit, forced them out of the scene.
Did they force them out, or was it Santosh Kashyap?
Santosh Kashyap had his last good season with Royal Wangdo. That was electric, that season. Probably one of the best. Like after Aizawl FC, that was the best performance from a Northeast team. And then they had to go out of I-League because they saw no future in it. They're still operating in a local level, which is good. And they're tying up with Northeast United, so they will get some, good money inflow.
It's again feeding off each other, right? We've seen this in the past.
But I am actually a bit worried. Are they just going to take the players scouted by Shillong United and just call it their own? Are they gonna devour Shillong
partners
United?
Now, so they're partners now. So
Like,
look
at what FC Pune City and Chanmari FC are doing.
Yeah.
Okay, Chanmari FC need money to be competitive in Mizoram Premier League.
Right.
So obviously they are getting good money from FC Pune City, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. But they will do the scouting and I actually don't know exactly how that works. Their best players will come and train in Pune.
Maybe.
So and Pune City, because they've bought the Pune FC Academy, they've got good infrastructure. So there is a good bit of benefit that's going towards Chanmari FC. But Shillong United, Royal Wangdo, Shillong United already have an academy. They've got good players there who are actually based out of that area only. Okay, based out of Shillong. I saw one of the under-18 matches in Shillong Premier League. Royal Wangdo, Shillong United were playing. The big, it was I think against Shillong Lajong under-18.
Okay.
The big difference was that Shillong Lajong under-18 had players from Mizoram, Manipur, Assam, Tripura, like 4-5 states were represented in that squad. Shillong United's team, however, all Khasi. Hardly one or two non-Khasi players there. So they have already got a good setup, which has good local kids. So maybe if Northeast United are setting up a residential academy with Shillong Lajong in partners with them, well, Shillong United already have so many good local players. So are they going to go into Northeast United Academy, or is it going to be different?
Or maybe they might be getting a chance to play in the Northeast United team.
But how is it any different? How is it any different from playing in the Shillong United team?
It's the league that matters probably. It's the league that matters probably then.
League-wise, I think Shillong United play in under-18, under-19 I-League as well.
That's what I'm saying. So
what is what difference is happening other than Shillong United getting some money? So Northeast United are giving Shillong United some money and they're getting players from them for their academy?
Maybe. We have to get more clarification on that.
Yeah, hopefully they just we'll see in a few months. Maybe with the money that Northeast United are giving, they will get better coaches, licensed coaches, more facilities. Maybe they will travel more, and get more players in from other states. By definition, a residential academy is for outstation players.
Yeah.
So maybe that the entire setup of the academy will change and it will grow and develop and be much better. I still would have loved to see Northeast United just do this on their own. Just like 2 academies is better than 1. I have still had hope that at some point Shillong United would make a comeback in the national scene through 2nd division, 3rd division, whatever is there. But if they are already partnering with another club which is playing in ISL, they're gonna have a conflict of interest later on? I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, I think we'll have to get more clarification on that and probably then decide how to go about it. So I think it's again, feeding off each other's here to
Yeah,
here, good
at
and bad.
this point is okay.
Yeah. Let's see
At
how
some
it goes
point, I
ahead.
hope they just go their separate ways.
Yeah,
You know.
and have their own institutions. Now, how do you see all these? Suddenly, we see the series of ISL teams coming up with academies. So, how do you see all this? They finally, in sense that we know we have to start from grassroots.
It's
Right?
all moving towards getting the license from AFC because down the line, it needs to be set up. You know, so why not now than later?
Yeah.
So
Why not 2 years ago? It doesn't take that long to set up an academy.
it
I don't
was
know
a
why.
2-month league, so nobody thought it would eventually go and promote.
All the stuff we saw with actors putting their hands on their chest at the inauguration of ISL and taking the oath to develop Indian football. They take 3-4 years to just come up with an academy. Okay,
A lot of money in, so they were like waiting for it.
this
Pumped
doesn't
up.
take that much money. If they can spend 35 crores on a first team, they can spend 35-50 lakhs on to start an academy.
Well, let's see how all these things go.
This is what happens when AFC comes in and says, okay, you are now
You have-
recognized. Now you have to,
Exactly.
chalo
Now
karo
you
beta,
have no
abhi kaam
chance.
karo.
So
You
it's
can't
like-
escape anymore.
Yeah,
That's
there's
it.
a deadline kept. You have to submit your projects. You have to do. Wait, hurry. So that's how all the ISL teams are in a thing now. Because now let's see how all this goes about. I hope they're taking things seriously and not doing for the sake of doing. So hopefully it benefits Indian football in a larger way. Well, that brings us to the end of the show. And now tomorrow is a big day. We know because on weekends we don't release shows. So
Yeah.
we'll be talking about the big ISL draft that's going to take place on Sunday. So
Unless
tomorrow's
something very weird happens
show, yeah, I mean,
by tonight.
yeah, I mean, which is unlikely, which is something that will be related to ISL draft only. So we'll focus clearly on that. But before that, if you want to check out our hot picks, we've picked 5 of them who would be really good, who would go crazy probably in the draft system. The 5 players. Kevin has written a great story. It's up on our website, thefangraphs.com. Do check it out. But we'll definitely extensively talk about it tomorrow. Have a great day, folks. Come back to us since you know what we don't want to talk about. If you're listening to us on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get updates of our new episode. You can also talk to us directly on Twitter. Charanjit Toja, Boza _Kevin, Sujim Matthew 94. Do follow the TFG football Twitter handle where you get all the updates about Indian football. And have a great day, folks. Enjoy. Come back to us tomorrow. Cheers.
That was Tantrik Steve from Hansraj College, Delhi, performing at IIT Bombay's Mood Indigo. Just like them, there's a lot of new talent and art coming out of colleges all across India, but unfortunately most of this goes completely unnoticed or ignored. To fix this, we started ATKT.in. Hi, I'm Ankur, I'm a musician and a rapper, and I found that one of the best things about being an artist myself is finding new talent. Through ATKT.in, Tanya, my colleague who's a dancer, and our whole team really is putting all of our efforts into discovering and promoting all the coolest talent that's coming out of colleges all across India. And this goes up on our website, our social media, TV, radio, and now, of course, this podcast with IVM. Make sure you go to our website, support the talent with your likes, your shares, your comments. All of that really matters. Go ahead, check it out. ATKT.in.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Sorry to say, but there's been a slight delay due to the apocalypse having suddenly begun. As you can see, there's death, destruction, and chaos taking place all around us. But don't you worry, food and drinks will be served shortly, and I would recommend checking out
IVM Podcasts.
to get some of your favorite Indian podcasts. We'll keep you going till this whole thing blows over. Thank you.